Artifacts that are left by our ancestor has many meanings and history behind them. It was not just built because they wanted to or feel like making. So what are the meanings behind all these amazing things that were made or built during the ancient era? Angkor Wat is one of the biggest and greatest religious architectural structure in the whole Asia. So let's see what is there to know about the mystery of Angkor Wat. Angkor Wat is built during 1115 till 1145 AD and was led by the king Jayavarman II. Angkor Wat means temple city. The purpose of the construction was to dedicate to the Hindu god, which is God Vishnu. However, during the late 13th century, it was changed to Buddhist temple under the influence of a queen named Indra Devi, who was the wife of King Jayavarman VII, who worshipped Buddhism. After it's been made to become a sacred place for Buddhism, it's also become the most popular pilgrimage site for monks. After the temple has been built in 1210, King Yasovarman I moved the capital to Angkor Wat area, and the capital of Cambodia or Khmer Empire during that era became the city of Angkor. Moving the city to Angkor brought a major change to the Khmer Empire. We can also say that was the golden age of Cambodia. Being guided by many kings, Cambodian territory expanded exponentially. Under the control of King Jayavarman VII, arguably the strongest and the most powerful king during the Khmer Empire, Khmer Empire reaches its peak as its territory covered much of what today is Cambodia, Thailand, Laos, and southern Vietnam. Because of the massive growth, neighboring country was afraid of the Khmer Empire. However, after the death of King Jayavarman VII, Cambodia began to meet its downfall. King that governs after him has no talent, uses power for his own entertainment. As for the Khmer Empire territory began to shrink as the enemy keeps invading. Because of the enemy invasion and the inability to lead the country of the ruler, the city of Angkor was abandoned because it is too close to the enemy territory. Angkor Wat has been left behind and turned into a Buddhist shrine. From the early 15th century to the late 19th century, interest in Angkor Wat has been faded little by little, until to the point that there are only monks left to maintain the temple. Sadly, later on it was completely abandoned and was lost in the forest. The temple was abandoned until 1860 and was discovered later on by a French naturalist called Henri Mohan, and was credited with the discovery of the lost city of Angkor. After it's been found and was decorated as a tourism site, now it became the most famous tourism site in Cambodia. As we now know about its history, now let's talk about the architectural structure. Angkor Wat is made from around 6 to 10 million blocks of sandstone, which has an average weight of 1.5 ton per stone. The sandstone that are used to make Angkor Wat is more than all stone that are used to make the Egyptian pyramids combined. For the complication of overall building scheme, we can say that Angkor Wat was made by the finest architecture in Southeast Asia. The temple was designed and built on the basis of religious and political ideas imported from India and was adapted to local conditions. Angkor Wat was built in order to provide a means whereby Khmer kings could be assured of immortality by becoming closely identified with Shiva, or one of the important deities of the realm in Hinduism religion. Angkor Wat, for instance, was built by King Jayavarman II as a huge funerary temple and tomb to serve as a home for his earthly remains and to confirm his immortal and eternal identification with Vishnu. Now let's move to the next point, which is the sculpture of Angkor Wat. The sculpture was being sculpted on almost every part of the temple, which is surface, column, lintel, roof, and other places. There are literally miles of artwork illustrating scenes from Indian mythology and featuring a bewildering array of animal and human figures, as well as abstract of motifs like lotus, rosettes, and garlands. They include devatas, which is Hindu gods or spirits, griffin, unicorns, lions, garudas, snakes, winged dragon, dancing girls, and warrior. Furthermore, there are more than 2,000 sculptures of Apsara, which is the female spirits of clouds and water in Hindu and Buddhist culture. The Apsara was perfectly sculpted and each of them has their own uniqueness, such as their pose, hair, size. Beside the Hindu religious statues, there are Buddhism statues as well. Because of the change of religion by the influence of Queen Andra Devi, Buddhism statues was later on put into the temple as a sacred object so that Khmer people can worship Buddha. And last but not least, we have solved the mystery of the 1,000-year-old temple that is left behind by our ancestor. So in conclusion, we have gone through the history of Angkor Wat, defining the meaning behind its architectural structure, and understanding the fine art behind its sculptures.